بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Respected brothers and sisters, all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, giving us the opportunity to come to His house to perform the faridah. Ask Allah to accept our ibadah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran in Surah Fatir, ayah number 10, إِلَيْهِ يَسْعَدُ الْكَلِمُ الطَّيِّبُ وَالْعَمَلُ الصَّالِحُ يَرْفَعُ. That all good statements, they accelerate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and good actions, they elevate the good statements and they make it in a wholesome package which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts. So there are two things that a person needs to keep in mind. Number one, his statements, as we mentioned yesterday, protection and safeguarding our tongue from things that are against the orders of Allah Azza wa Jal and insulting or humiliating upon other individuals. When a person he is considerate about his statement, then he makes sure that only those statements which are accurate as well as bringing a person closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And anything and everything that is affiliated with the remembrance of Allah, it's considered to be kalimatul tayyib, a very pure statement, a statement which makes a person valuable in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives an example of a pure and clean statement, like the statement of the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal. It roots into the ground and the branches go up to the sky. Now, to couple this statement with action, that is very important, because statements can be elevated only through good action. وَالْعَمَلُ الصَّالِحُ يَرْفَعُ. Imam Qatada rahimahullah mentions that good actions are the means of making the statements of an individual valuable. If a person he is advocating towards khair but does not do khair himself, then statement has no value in the court of Allah Azza wa Jal. If a person is advocating for faridah and obligations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be fulfilled, but his actions are contrary to that, then statements will not hold value in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imam Hasan Basri rahmatullah alayhi mentions under the commentary of this ayah, which Ibn Kathir has located in his tafsir, that when a person says a good statement and then he couples it by good action, then this statement becomes valuable and becomes accepted, and Allah Azza wa Jal preserves it for him to give him reward on the Day of Judgment. But when a person says a good statement, but actions are wrong, actions are not good, then this statement goes back to this individual. This statement does not have any value in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is why a person needs to be mindful of what he says and what he does. And both of these things are held accountable on the Day of Judgment. If a person only worries about his statements and does not worry about his action, then of course this will not be a source of salvation for him on the Day of Judgment. And then vice versa. Person worries about his action but not statement. You know, mashallah, he's very active in doing ibadat, doing good things, but his words are hurting. His statements are penetrating and, putting poisons into the heart of individuals. So that statement will be making that action not worthy in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make us among those who are watchful over the statements as well as actions. And we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to accept our efforts. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.